kind of windy out. I don't know how this audio quality will be, but I'm feeling some kind of way, so I just figured I'd record it. I don't know what the use is in recording this. I guess I just want to talk to someone about it, even if it's just the camera. I made a decision when I was a kid, like a young kid, to be making this kind of decision. I look back at it because it's one of the moments that I feel changed me personally. I remember recess one day. I remember I was just running around with my friends, and it was just, something was different. It felt to me like my friends started buying into the world around them for what it was presented as, not what it actually was. And I remember one by one, my friends started seeing things a little differently than I did as a kid, and for whatever reason, I kind of sold out. I mean, I didn't even know what selling out was at the time, but that's what I did. I told myself I'd always keep seeing the world the way I see it. And I knew it'd be uncomfortable. I really knew that. As I've grown older, I've leaned into the discomfort more and more. My life has honestly become less and less pleasant, but everything has become easier for me. And I really think it all comes back to that decision. There's a lot of smoke screens. There's a lot of gimmicks in the world, both from nature and from humanity. And it requires an effort, a conscious effort to see past them. I think about decision fatigue a lot. It's a concept from psychology, and I'm not a psychologist, so I might butcher the technicals of it. Making decisions is fatiguing. That's the core concept behind decision fatigue. To see the world and to see through the gimmicks, it requires making conscious decisions not to accept what you see at first, and to see through it, to try to see the underlying details. And to live a life based on seeing past those smoke screens and making those decisions, it's fatiguing. Like, you just don't get used to it. At least I haven't. I've gotten better at it and more effective, but it's always been as uncomfortable as it was from the beginning, if not more, because I've leaned into this frame of mind more and more. I'm older now. I'm a grown man at this point. I've gone through my ups and downs. I've never really been happy, to be honest, and I think a lot of it comes back to that decision I made. I find myself thinking, what do I want to do with my life? I'm 26. I'm in my mid, going on late 20s. It's time to do something. I think that decision I made, the first decision in the snowball of countless millions and trillions of decisions, that first decision, it set me up to see the world differently, and I think that's what I have to share. For some time now, I've identified as a writer. I don't even know what a writer is. I've thought about it endlessly. It's not just putting pen to paper. It's like crystallizing a thought. I've thought about it a lot, and I have never really settled on an answer, but nonetheless, I feel like I'm a writer. I was always bad at English class. I was always bad at essays. I didn't grow up a writer. I just, at some point, felt like a writer. I think it's about the sharing ideas. So as I've kind of leaned into being an artist, leaned into being a writer more and more in my 20s, I've been going through this experience where I'm trying to figure out, what do I want to write about? What's worthwhile? What do I have to say that's worth hearing? If anything, it all comes back to seeing what's really there. That's what I do, even though it's fatiguing, even though it's uncomfortable. I don't know if I'll ever post this anywhere. I guess I just kind of wanted to vent. I don't know what talking it to a camera can do. I'm doing a YouTube channel, I'm doing a podcast, I'm writing an album, I want to write books, I have other ideas as well. And I think it's just all got to come back to seeing what's really there. Simple as it may sound, it's a fucking pain in the ass to do. But I'm sold out to do it. That's what I am at this point. That's all I know. So just keep going. I don't even care if anything comes of it. That's what I was gonna say. Let's see what comes of it. But I honestly don't even care if anything comes of it. It's just what I'm gonna do. I know. So